What is up? So I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't. This is one of those channels that I don't really want to edit too much on, mainly because I don't have the time. I'm not gonna invest into an editor for this because it's something that I want to be able to speak to you about and be able to curate in my way. Because if I give it to someone, it's not gonna be like it's not gonna be from me, you know. So I'd rather just press record, speak from the heart, chop a couple clips up if I have to. But in this video, anyways, we're gonna be speaking about my journey to traveling to another country away from my parents at the age of 17 and starting law school. Now, I didn't really plan this out because I feel like I'm better when I don't script anything and I'm able to just speak from the heart and be able to tell you exactly how I feel and exactly what I've learned from these experiences. And if you're in the same predicament or the same situation, how you can kind of think about it and navigate through it. This all started when I was deciding what to do after high school. It was deciding between going to law school because that's all I found that I was willing to do because I have a passion for the law, not because I was trying to do it to make money. If I was going to do it just to make money, I definitely wouldn't go to law school because then you're spending X amount on the actual tuition and the place to stay and everything like that, and you might not even be a good lawyer after it. Like there's a whole another side to it. It's not about that. I just love the law. I want to learn more about it. How do you do that? Went to law school. It's not because I want to open a law firm right away, right? Even though I would love to do that. Um, this the choice was coming down to keeping my multi six-figure business going, or choosing between that and going to further education in academia, obviously law school. And it was a really hard choice. It was like, which one do I do? Because I love this, but I also love this. And which one's gonna last longer? Everybody gave me their different sides of their opinions, very various conflicting opinions, couple of arguments, here and there about it because, everybody has their own views. And the traditional way, as you know, is to go after high school, you go to further education or you go to university, whatever it is you want to do, or college. But I've never been the person just to do one thing or even to follow the normal means of society or the social norms. So what did I decide to do? I was like, well, I've spent a lot of time and this business thing is going pretty well, I guess, right? I don't want to stop it, obviously, but I also don't want to not go into further education. And I love the law. So what would I do? I did both. Like I decided just to do both. I'm like, why not? Like nobody's done it before, like that I know of. So why not just do both? And I saw you get the ads, my friends and the mentors that I've had, like the people I've paid for information and whatnot on the courses, they all told me, yeah, don't do it. You're gonna drop out. Like a lot of people dropped out. A lot of my friends in the entrepreneur space, they dropped out. But it was for a different reason. It's not because somebody was telling me to go there. It's not because I was doing it for the money. When there's a passion fueling your decisions and you are responsible for the decisions that you're making and nobody's telling you to make these decisions, there's no one else at fault but you. So you accept everything that comes your way based on the decisions that you make. And no decision is better than the other. They all will be good as long as you commit to the choice that you've made. So whether I didn't decide to go into further education, it probably would be fine as well. But because I did, I also had to make that choice work. So, conflicting arguments, people telling me, mentors telling me, but they all got it wrong. They thought I was doing it because I wanted, money from it or whatnot, and it wasn't like that. I already had money coming in, I already had a business, so I was very unbiased. It was just whether or not I wanted to learn about the law or not, because a lot of people go into school because they want to make money. I was already making money, so it made no difference to the choices that I needed to make. I just wanted to do it whether I liked it or not, and that was it. Whether or not my business would last or anything like it was, I never thought about that. People would always try to bring it up, and in my mind, I'm like, whether this business doesn't work for some reason, I know how to run a business because I was doing it for so long, even by grade 12, by 17 years old. So it'd be okay because I could start another one, and I already had a network, and I love speaking to people, and like all of that. Like I would just find my way out of it, right? So fast forward, I'm in my last year of law school. I'm running more businesses than before actually because there's certain systems I'll speak about on the channel, but that help me balance my time or have everything working in harmony. And I guess the hardest thing about doing this wasn't even the balance, it's just being away from your family because At one point, I never saw my family for an entire year. It was just me, my friends here, and just the grind. I guess you could say the hustle, because there's no time. You're doing so much, right? And a lot of people stress out just over a business, or just over the schooling. And yeah, but like I decided to both, so I had to swallow that pill and be able to manage it all. So again, fast forward, not seeing your family for that long, you're basically under a rock, and you get in tune with yourself. You start to, you're living on your own. Your parents aren't there for you. You start to have to fend for yourself. You have to think for yourself. There's none of these external influences besides the ones that you bring onto yourself from friends or relationships or whatever it is, right? So you decide what is good for you, what your goals are, first of all, what you need to optimize for, like what habits do you need, what time should you even wake up, how many meals do you need to cook for yourself, when do you wash your clothes, um, when do you go out, when do you go grocery shopping, do you order grocery in to save time, all these different things. And the weirdest thing for me was being around students, because obviously I'm a student, but being around the student culture is like, it was a weird thing, because like obviously I have money in the bank, or I have my businesses running, and it's like, which side do I lean towards? Do I lean towards like the frugal student, or the person who wants to save time and keep their businesses running because they need to save time by spending the extra money? Even though certain things, like even ordering grocery, and as a student, it's like, yo, you're spending money on delivery fees and everything like that. But when you think of it from the business owner perspective, it's like you should definitely do that. You need to save time there. You need to reduce the friction in your day, reduce the amount of energy and time you spent making the food, or even spending the time grocery shopping. Even though as a student, you should probably do that, because all you're really doing is just studying, right? Just pure studying and learning from school and doing exams. That's cool, and your assignments, whatever, amazing. But from my side, it's like I need to run an entire business. I need to manage my team, advertising, cost analysis, KPIs, and then school on top of that, networking, all these different things. So how do you manage all that? It's just saving your time in the right spaces. And that was a weird thing for me, balancing what a business owner would do versus what a student would do. Now, how dealing with the, not seeing your family for a while. For a lot of kids, it's their dream to be able to move away and, leave their family even for a little bit. Some people indefinitely, I don't know, but they dream about this. They dream about leaving the people that care about them, love them, or the environment that they're in, to get a new life or to experience it. Now, at this point, I'm like, I've traveled a lot, I've met a lot of people, and I've been away from my family for a very long time. And what I can tell you is, as amazing as it sounds, especially coming from the overglorified entrepreneurial lifestyle about traveling the world, that's fun. Like, I can definitely tell you, traveling the world, you should. It's an amazing experience. You meet people, you see amazing things, you step outside the bounds that you're used to. But it also shifts your mind, right? And especially being away from the people you care about, you start to think differently. But you also start to, well, for me at least, you start to realize that things that matter in your life are truly not the money that you make. It's the people that you can help, people that you influence, and the people who've always been by your side. And who are those people? The people who love and care for you. Now, being away from them, you have to distract yourself a lot, or you have to have a goal and a reason why, like a strong enough reason why, to know why you're actually away from these people that you care about. And even though there's like I would say almost like a magnetic force wanting to bring you back to them, it's like, maybe while I have this opportunity, I should use it for what it is worth. Maybe I should travel. Maybe I should try to think for myself. Maybe I should try to learn who I am. Maybe I should try to see how it feels being away from family, right? And if you like it, if you don't like it. And a lot of people think they'll like it until they start to do it. And honestly, it's not what you expect, because you're not just like, it's a lonely world. It can be if you don't have friends. Luckily, there's some amazing people I've met in the entrepreneurial world and even in law school, and you build amazing relationships. But the world can be dark, it can be scary, especially if you don't have any knowledge. I was lucky enough to have something already going before getting into this, so I already knew what I wanted to do and already had something to stick to and a strong reason why. I already know that I want to keep my businesses going, and I already know that I love the law. And that's why I chose to do this, not because anybody told me to, or not because of any other superficial reason. So it's very easy to keep going at it. Obviously, you get hard times of figuring out, is this really meant for me, or am I really capable of doing this, or should I be doing this, or and all these different thoughts. But when you go back to your reason why, the reason why you even started this in the entire like place, like the first place, why did you do this? It brings you back, it centers you, it grounds you. And that's why it's really important. Before deciding to do anything in your life, you need a strong reason why. People will call it a purpose, but you don't just necessarily find your purpose. The reason why I know what I want to do is because I tried a lot of things. And I was lucky enough to do it at a young age. But whether you're 20, 30, or 40, or 50 plus, whatever, and you don't know what you want to do, you should try a lot of things. And by doing so, you start to figure out what you like, and the things that don't fit in with, your passions, or the things that you enjoy, or even just the things that you're good at, they'll start to just dissipate. They won't fit into your life. So then you'll know what to focus on, and eventually you'll learn how to help people with these things. And as a byproduct, you'll start to make money from them, whether you're selling a product, information, or you're just doing something that you love, and as a result, you're building a community around it, and it opens up doors for you. It's a really weird thing, and I've had a lot of time to be able to spend into my goals, and even just into learning how to learn from law school, learning how to learn from business, meeting amazing people, thinking for myself. So by doing this, it's just opened my mind, and I've matured in a way I wasn't expecting to. It wasn't just about getting older. It wasn't just about going to school. It wasn't just about keeping my businesses and growing them and expanding them. It's about being able to understand how your mind works, how your body works, and knowing that when you have a goal, what do you need to do to optimize for those goals, and cutting out the noise, learning to not have FOMO, building these skills, because at the end of the day, they're skills and they're assets that'll carry you through life. I hope that you enjoyed this video, a little insight into where I'm at and what I've been doing. Obviously, there's a whole bunch more I want to speak about, like a lot more, but this was just a little, scraping the surface, because I can't fit all of it into one video. It would be too long, it'd be too boring, and you probably wouldn't want to sit through it. So with that said, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. See you later.